Well, this is rather unfortunate. What is up, guys? It is Christ, and unfortunate for me, very pleasant for you guys. I just sat down to record my comeback videos, and first thing I see on the homepage is a brand new Hollywood Undead song. So we are going to be checking that out today, right now, as a matter of fact. But this is just a PSA. I am back now. There is some pre-recorded stuff from a few weeks ago I'm going to still sprinkle in. But for the most part, I am back. There's going to be no Dream Theater this week, unfortunately. We'll do one video, a little short video on them. But other than that, that's going to have to wait till next week when we resume the rest of the stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. This is Hollywood Undead's Nightmare. And I'm pretty excited to check this out. The new album has been definitely good for the most part that I've heard. I think I've heard 2 or 3 songs, Time Bomb and Already Dead. I know for a fact I've heard. I don't remember if they did a third one or not, but either way, this is the third one. So without further ado, let's get started. By the way, I highly encourage you guys to check out Undead Lyrics. They do a lot of really cool stuff. So big shout out to them. Looks like Charlie Sheen's in this. Don't know what I think about the auto-tune.
Sick inside of bed, infected with the feeling, staring up like my dreams were projected on the ceiling. I can see it. I want the money and the fame too. They told me when you get it, never let it change you. And finally, I morphed into everything I tried to be. The fucking irony is everybody's got their eye on me. Society quickly became my rivalry, driving me off the deep end and down starts to creep.
This looks like it's gonna be more on the rap side, definitely. Ooh, that's very true. Spitting a lot of truth in this.
Always working, searching for some shit, trying to live a life that's perfect when perfect don't exist. When I close my eyes and I try to sleep.
Okay, there's some really good messages in this song.
It's all a part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare. Spend my whole life chasing after dreams, but every dream turns out to be just a part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare.
Help me, no I can't help myself. Help me to believe that I'm somebody else, not some fucking addict who can't dream cause his habits are chopped up on a table till he screams, let me have it. Fuck it, what's a life anyway, huh? You hear about that kid who died again today, huh? I'd pull my fucking guts out just to make you understand that I've become a ghost. I am a ghost, I'm not a man. Why can't I fucking say it? They'd say that I'm insane, but in the song they play it cause they understand the pain. What the fuck is going on? Who am I? Life is just so fucking long. I wanna forgive me, don't forget me. Believe you can't protect me. It's just a song I'm venting with the verses never ending. And I have finally lost. The world has finally won.
Seems like Johnny's in a pretty dark place right now.
Forget your son.
That's always been a thing of his, though.
The weight of the world falls down on me. It's all a part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare. Spend my whole life chasing after dreams, but every dream turns out to be just a part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare. Can't find a reason why, don't know why I even try. I pray when I sleep at night, so at least I'll die a decent guy. When I look in the mirror and say hi, I can't look me in the eye. We're both ashamed of the guy on the other side. Can't find my peace and quiet, some things are better left in silence. It's me who needs some guidance, or maybe what I need is violence. Well, I'm having a meltdown, can't ask for help now. Got so much self-doubt that I wear myself out. Can you help out? So many selfish phobias, like self-inflicted loneliness. Sometimes I get so low in this empty search for holiness. Can't seem to find a reason why. I don't know why I even try. These demons, they won't let me sleep at night. They're killing my dreams, they need me to die. But fuck it, I got nothing left to say. We're all gonna die anyway. Shit can happen to me any day. I just spit 32 and didn't say a damn thing.
Interesting. There you guys have it. That was Hollywood Undead's Nightmare. Gotta be honest, not my cup of tea for the instruments, at least. I am more of a rock and metal guy. That being said, there was a lot of really good points they had sort of raised in this song, but that's perfectly all right. There's plenty of people that will thoroughly enjoy this. I just happen to like their more rock and metal side. That being said, this was a pretty decent song when it comes to their rap side. Let's look and see what some of it said, because there was some stuff that J-Dog said that definitely resonated with me. And so he said, where was it at specifically? So he says, sick inside of bed, infected with the feelings, staring up like my dreams were projected on the ceiling. So in other words, he's in pretty deep depression, thinking about a bunch of different things. There was a line that I was looking for specifically. He says, we eating, but will they stick around when the feast ends? You say you love me when it's glitter and gold, but when it's bitter and cold, would you deliver my soul? So I don't think that he's necessarily talking literally delivering a soul. I'm thinking he's more saying, would you still be there for me when things get tough, is essentially what he's saying here. And that's the way that most people are, unfortunately. Most people will stick around for you. They'll be your friend when it's convenient, and then they'll just leave when things get tough or you get in a rough patch. They all of a sudden have somewhere else to be. They find someone else better than you. And it's just a harsh truth. I mean, it's something that I've experienced, something that probably a lot of you have experienced. There's definitely a lot of really good moments in this song in terms of like lyrics. I'm not going to sit here and go through every single one of them, but for the most part, it's a pretty negative song. I could tell it's just the band members sort of releasing frustrations. There's definitely a lot of things here that would make me think that. Like Johnny Three Tears was essentially all about pretty much just releasing frustrations. There's a point where I thought he was suicidal, but then he said he was just venting in the verse. Where is that at? I think I'll bring that up. He says, when he says, life is just so long, I want to, and then it obviously flatlined, symbolizing death. Forgive me, don't forget me, believe you can't protect me. It's just a song I'm venting with the verse that's never ending. That's something that I've definitely noticed about Johnny Three Tears all the way back in Swan songs, and I think some unreleased songs. He's always been there's something that he's talked about that he can't really forgive himself for, and I don't really know what it is. And if there's like obviously some sort of information that you guys could give, that'd be great. Altogether, it was a pretty decent song for what it was, but I wouldn't say it was my cup of tea, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not really a fan of the rap stuff. There is stuff that they do that is sort of a blend of both rap and metal. I think, what's that song? Renegade is a really good example of it. That's definitely one of my favorite songs that they've ever done. So it looks like they've sort of encompassed all three sides of the band so far in the singles. They've done Already Gone, which is the more rock and metal side. They have Time Bomb, which is sort of more middle of the pack. And then they released this song, which is more on the rap side, which is pretty cool to see. I'm definitely excited to hear more of this album. The Hollywood Undead's been a band for many, many years that I have just always come back to. Every time they release a new sort of record, except for, I think, the past few years, I've always been checking them out. I've heard the entirety of American Tragedy, Swan Songs. They've done a bunch of unreleased songs from that era too, or at least they've done like a B-sides. I've listened to that too. I haven't heard, what was it called? I think I've heard the entirety of Day of the Dead, if that's even the album title. I haven't heard Notes from the Underground. I think I've heard one song, which is We Are, unfortunately. So there's still some songs that we could check out. So if you got any recommendations, please recommend them in the comment section down below. That being said, this is Big Christ. We will see you guys next time. We will be checking out this album as it comes out. So if you want to see more Hollywood Undead album reactions, or at least reactions, please make sure you're subscribed. It really does help. Without further ado, we'll see you guys later.